Okay, you've had Pacquiao, Ruslan, and now Juan Manuel. What does Juan Manuel have that the other two didn't have?
A lot more heart, man. He's Mexican. That guy, man, he's an Aztec warrior. I follow his career, and you know what? I'm a big fan of Juan Manuel Marquez. When you watch Juan Manuel Marquez fight, it's like you're gonna watch him fight, regardless who he fights. If his opponent don't want to fight, he'll make him fight. He'll look for the fight. He'll make the fight happen, and that's one of the things, man. It's I'm a Mexican myself. I'm a big fan of his, and now I gotta put together a plan to beat him. You know, it's a hard fight, but not an impossible. And now going not only against him, going against Nacho Beristain, the professor of boxing. It's just an exciting moment, and it's to me, I take it as a privilege. You know, I want to dance in the same floor as they are.
When you hear Bradley say he's willing to go through hell and back for this fight, how does that make you feel after what he went through against Provodnikov?
Well, if he has to go through hell and back, I'll be right there with him. I'll go with him. I'll grab a hold of his hand and we'll go together, because at the end of the day, we are a team, and I know what it takes to be a great champion. And if Tim has to, you know, put himself in jeopardy to give the people what they want to see, and if he wants to be the best fighter out there is, he's gonna have to, you know. But now we're gonna do it in a very different fashion. Not like we did with Provodnikov. He knows that. He knows he's stepping into a fighter that has power in his fist, just like Provodnikov, but the difference is experience. I mean, you step against a Juan Manuel Marquez, and Juan Manuel Marquez hurts you, he will finish you. And Provodnikov, very tough, very powerful, but he didn't have the experience that it takes to finish a Tim Bradley that night.
Was that the reason why Bradley went in there? I mean, he stood toe-to-toe with Ruslan from the start. Was that different from your game plan going in, or how did you guys?
That was very different. My game plan was just move around, not run, just move. Don't let Provodnikov sit. Provodnikov only punches you when he's standing. He has to be flat-footed in order to punch you. If you move on him, he can't punch you. And that was our plan. And Bradley did it in a few rounds, and some of the rounds in the fight he did it, and he never got hit because he's moving and punching. Provodnikov cannot hit you when you're moving. But if you stand in front of him, believe me, he will hit you. And Bradley decided to stand and fight, because all the negative approaches he had after his previous fight, he wanted to prove to the world, to the fans, you know, that he is a fighter, and he wanted a little bit of credit. He wanted some credit from the people, because he thinks that nobody gives him credit for what he does. So I guess he took a banging, he took a couple beatings, but you know, some people did give him a little credit, and now people know who Bradley is after that fight.
How many times did you guys watch that fight together, or have you watched it?
Together, we watched it twice. The first time, he didn't remember nothing. He was surprised that things were happening in that fight. So I know that my fighter was, how big of a heart that kid has, that he was fighting an instinct. He wasn't there in the fight. After the third round, he was just fighting an instinct, hard and ball, because he will come to the corner and ask me, did I get dropped in this round? What does that tell you?
After the third round?
After the third round. He would ask me in different rounds, 6 round, 8 round, 9 round, he would ask me, Coach, did I get dropped in this round? So that tells you that most of all, he was fighting an instinct. You know, his will, determination to finish a fight and not give it up.